A common misconception about Aphelios is that he's one of the hardest champions in the game. But if you know the basics and learn a few of these tricks, you'll master him in no time. If you do still need to learn the basics though, click the link in the description for my beginner's guide. Now, to really start carrying with Aphelios, we're gonna need to learn how to properly lane. This means knowing your power spikes and knowing your matchups. The build this season starts with Stormrazor, and because of the dogshit build path, you want to farm safely until you have a BF sword, which will be your first spike in lane. The obvious second spike is Stormrazor, which gives you massive trading potential. This is once again a reason why I'm such a big advocate for blue-green, and it's because of how quickly and easily you can dish out crazy damage with the combo and Stormrazor. It's extremely important to understand how to trade with each gun combo. For example, as I mentioned, with blue-green you want to do quick trades where you use both Qs and get out. But for red-white, you can start thinking about extended trades because most of the time you'll be able to out DPS any other ADC if you have a lot of shotguns. Another quick tip for whenever you have red gun in your main hand is that with one quick Q, regardless of your offhand weapon, you can proc press the attack so fast if you want to do a short trade. Let's go over a few tricks that you can use to surprise the enemy bot lane, starting with placing a turret at the very edge of a bush so that it doesn't activate and hit the minions, but it will activate if someone face checks it. You also want to look to set up any fights by using your purple gun to chain CC any enemies with your support. And a little trick to catch enemies off guard is to auto attack when you have Stormrazor available for the massive speed boost, and then run up and root them before they realize. Now, all of this information should be used in addition to your standard ADC laning knowledge, like playing off of your support's engages and understanding how to position and whatnot. So after laning phase, we of course need to know how to teamfight, which is where Aphelios really comes to life and starts 1v9. Before each team fight, you need to ask yourself what guns work best against the enemy champions. For example, you want to prepare to have red-white or green-white against bruisers, or maybe you want green-purple or green-blue against teams with more range, or making sure you have your red ult available if you're against assassins, or having blue ult to follow up with your team's engages. You want to do your own analysis as every team comp is different, and you're going to need to be able to assess who's the biggest threat on the enemy team to you, and who you will have to deal with in fights. However, in general, you want to follow a front-to-back playstyle where you stand behind your team's front line and dish out damage to the nearest enemy. Your main focus in teamfights is to stay alive. You will always be the target, and just by being alive, you have impact in a teamfight. A trick for teamfighting is to set up turrets before fights, or even while you're taking an objective, to zone the enemy, to slow them down, or force them to take poke. And another thing you need to know about Aphelios is how fast he takes objectives. So there'll be a lot of opportunities where you can sneak the Baron or the Elder if the enemy team slips up even slightly. And remember, Aphelios is one of the best scaling champions in the game, so don't ever FF. Keep playing for your item spikes and know that even if you're behind, you can always come back. So to recap, we need to know our item spikes. That being BF Sword, and then Stormrazor, and then IE, and so on and so forth. We should be thinking about what guns we want before each objective, and we should be playing behind our team and waiting for our enemies to use their key abilities. If you do all this, you might be masters like me, although that's pretty unlikely because I am the GOAT.